Hey everybody, so it's Monday, October 1st. This will be my evening video. Been a crazy night. I tell you, the sleeping outside is definitely plays with the mind quite a bit, and I have a new strategy that I might unveil to you guys and actually ask for your advices. Today I made it to I was able to shave and shower at a travel stop that made it to last night. This morning I told you about Frida, my Navajo friend that got stuck at the same mini mart. It's been raining all day today. Nothing too catastrophic though. It's almost the kind of rain that's not too bad. I actually got a third poncho now. I was smart enough to get one of those. I had always had one back east for my bag and myself, and then now that I got the little pull trolley, I have one of those as well. I'm, I guess, 3.5 weeks from today, I'm finishing. The weather's supposed to be kind of crappy the next couple of days, and that's my only concern about being outside, is on the wet ground. So I'm going to kind of play that by ear. But I think I came up with a new strategy this morning while I was sitting around, and I'm not saying this to get you guys concerned or upset or anything like that. This journey for me has been, I thought I did a pretty good job planning it, and looking back, I think I really did think I did a pretty good job. But there's still so many things that have just been taking me one direction or another direction, or throwing a curveball at me as I go. And here's a possible change in strategy that I've got. You can see kind of the rain on the ground still. I like this all day. But my strategy, I think, is this. So here's my rationale for it. You guys tell me. You can text me, email me if you think. I know you're all going to worry about me no matter what happens. So I'm not saying this to be dramatic or have you guys worry, but at night, A, it gets pretty cold, and B, it's a weird thing when you're laying out in, I don't know what to call it, grass or ground or hard ground, but it's dark. It's hard to just kind of go to sleep mentally, to put your mind at rest. Really what happens is you fight it so long until your body just gives in, and then you only get a couple of hours of sleep, which is okay, because that's all I really need to go on. I can do that for about 3 or 4 days, maybe a 5th day, and then boom, I hit the wall and my body just kind of passes out for a while. But what I'm thinking about doing, it's not the safest thing. I've walked at night a few times now. The last time back in Tucumcari, well, that was a tough night. But I'm thinking if I go ahead and walk at night when it's colder, for one, and there might be some less people. During the daytime, on more than one occasion, I've been able to just kind of walk off the side of the road in the daylight and just lay down and get that same hour and a half nap that is really all I get at nighttime. So my point is, and I got guys working, I'm going to walk around here in the rain a little bit to get away from that. I think there's some folks that are working somewhere at the stop. So my thought process, sorry guys, because I'm out in the rain here. Let me hold it this way. So I'm under an overhang, staying dry a little bit. My thought process is, if I walk through the night, if I get tired or I get to a rest stop, boom, I can stop. Keep going the daytime. Like I said, I want to get finished for sure, and I'm on schedule to do that. I'm not really worried about that so much, as I am a wear and tear and asleep. Since I've been out in the desert and slept out a few nights now, I guess I got spoiled back east with people extending their homes to me, and giving me a place to stay or put me up in a motel. And that seems to have run dry to some degree. Part of it, I think, is because my own funds have kind of bottomed out. I think part of it has been I've been interacting with a lot less people, and honestly, part of it has been, and this is the truth, I had a few people that were looking out for my best interest, and as I would get to a town, they would kind of notify that town through Facebook or something. Hey, Jim's coming through, here's what he's doing. Sometimes people would say, come on down for a beer or breakfast or something like that. But I haven't had that schedule because I'm just walking until I stop. But So there's the positive and the negative that I got away with that, right? So the positive is, in the past, if I only had to go 20 miles or 18 miles or 22 miles, whatever it is, hang on, I'm sorry guys, I got raindrops on my screen. Mentally, I would limit myself to that. 18, 20 miles, get there, and I might waste 5, 6, 7 hours of a day that I could be walking. Well, if I'm doing about 3 miles an hour, you know, it's anywhere from 15 to 20 miles a day I could be walking. Let's even say it's the slope, or let's only say I'm doing, you know, 2.5 miles an hour. It's still 10 to 15 miles a day I could be walking. We'll multiply that over 20 days, that's 300 miles. So you see my point. So that's why I chose to go that route. But of course the downfall is I'm not always ending up in a town, and there's no way to really notify those people that, hey, I'll be staying in town. So that's the trade-off. So with only 3.5 weeks to go, I've got to get this done. I'll be entering Arizona tomorrow. I should be hitting a town called Lupton, working my way down to Sanders, and then working my way over to what's a town called Holbrook. Now in Holbrook, they've got a Campground of America I'll be targeting to get to, but that's still several days away. But I'm able to go ahead and do that. So I think, you know, I don't want my family, I haven't talked to the kids yet, I'll be talking to them shortly. I don't want them to worry too much about me. But you know, there's a safety measure in the daytime as much as there is at nighttime. And I just think for me physically, if I could walk through 5 or 6 hours of that nighttime shift, if I can go from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, hopefully make it somewhere, even if I just got to sit down for a little while, from 4 to 5 or 6. The sun rises around 7 out here currently. I'm not quite sure where the next time changes. I believe it's when I hit Nevada, so I still got all of Arizona to get across. You know, that might be a way to go. I had something else I want to talk about, but really, to be honest with you, I just kind of forgot what it is as I'm sitting here kind of contemplating today and getting through the rest of the journey. So like I said, we're still scheduled for how are you, buddy? We're still scheduled for 3 weeks and 4 days from today. Will be my game plan to wrap it up and getting done in LA. I've also been shirking a lot of, there's been, you know, it's hard to almost take care of the business aspect of it when you're walking as much as I am, because you get tired and you email from people, family. Before, that was the one nice thing about, you know, only going those 20 miles. If I got in someone's home, I could escape to the bedroom before falling asleep and take care of some things. I could read some online things. I could plan differently. I could respond to home better. When you're walking on that whole bed, it's hard when you're walking and texting and rain hitting you and sweat hitting your mirror here, my screen. So anyway, it's a quiet day, October 1st. I just feel good that I've showered, cleaned. I've actually got some laundry being done right now. And then I'm going to test the weather and head on out of here and enjoy. You know, it really actually is kind of nice when it rains. I don't think it's that puddle out over there. So you can see it's a steady rain, but it's not real crazy heavy. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's not super crazy heavy. And we'll be making our way into Arizona and on from there. I think I touched the tip of Nevada. Potato, patata, tomato, tomato, I don't know what I'm saying. See, I get delirious after all this time. Anyway, guys, I had something else I wanted to say. I don't know who won the football pool. I think I dropped from 1st to 2nd overall, but I couldn't find the weekly. So if somebody could tell me who won the weekly, that'd be pretty cool, so we can recognize those folks. You know, still plugging away. These next 3.5, 4 weeks are going to be critical. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to ask. So I know there's 3 people down in the Phoenix area that had mentioned me coming on down there. Bob and Sue, Susan, and is it Brian? Blair? I'm not sure who. So, sorry guys. Anyway, if you guys could reach out to me, because I'm only, 10 days away, and I don't mind going in a different direction. That might change the direction I go. If I have an opportunity to meet folks, if you want to have me over, if you want to get together for dinner or for lunch, or have friends over, kind of have a house party. I enjoy talking to people. Again, I'm here to spread the message. Don't forget that, guys. The message I'm looking to spread is point the thumb, not the finger. I just was sitting in the waiting room watching a television show, Dr. Phil, of course, and I couldn't even hold the volume. All I saw was this woman doing this the whole time at her, I assume her ex or her current or somebody, the whole time just pointing. And that seems to be what our society does. So a reminder to you guys that the message I wanted to send my kids, and the message my kids sent back to me that prompted this whole thing, was I needed to point the thumb at myself and not the finger. I kind of changed and became somebody I didn't want to be. I found myself getting a little bit cynical and jaded, and that's what set me off on this, to those of you that are new to following me. And I want to continue to spread that message, and I could do it at every little mini mart and McDonald's and rest stop along the way, but it certainly, I love to just sit down and talk with people. So if you guys down in Phoenix are interested in getting together with me, just let me know a time schedule. I think I'm going to be out there somewhere between the 11th and 15th. It's a weekend, somewhere in that ballpark. So if you guys could reach out to me, and please, if any of you know anybody else along the way that is between Gallup, New Mexico, and let's say Flagstaff, if I don't divert down to Phoenix, please let me know. Again, I love to meet people. Back in the East Coast, I was meeting a lot of nice families, a lot of great folks. The stories were just creating themselves. And I know the stories are kind of thinned out a little bit, again, only because so is the distance, so is the travel, so has the population. But so I'm going to reach out to you guys and ask if you know anybody out that way, if you know anybody in town, chambers of commerce, any businesses that would like to get together, maybe spread the message, or there's something to be learned from it, please reach out to me, okay? So you can reach me on my website, pttjourney.com. You can search me on Facebook or YouTube at Point the Thumb Journey. You can text me. I don't mind giving out my phone number, 717-554-9847. I will say that if you do call and I don't recognize the number, please leave a message. I'm not saying this to get anybody alarmed. Things are really, really bad at home in terms of my own personal finances. I gotta get rectified. I'm just trying to buy myself 3 more weeks, and like I said, I want to start this into I want to roll this into some real positive things. But life takes over too, so I'm still trying to weigh what has to happen with that. So, you know, if I get a phone call, and I get a bunch of them out here from numbers I don't recognize, they inevitably seem to be somebody that's saying, hey, we missed your payment, you know, can you make a payment today? And obviously the answer is no. So I don't pick it up. So anyway, if you do reach out and call me at that number, please just leave a voicemail, and I promise when I get rested, I'll play it and give you a call back, all right? That's about it, guys. So remember to please point the thumb, not the finger. Stay safe. I'm seriously kicking around the idea of walking day and night, not all the way through, obviously, but taking small rests here and there, a couple hours, 2 or 3 times a day. Get my hour and a half or 2 hours in that way, and I think I would rest more comfortably in the daytime than I would at nighttime, and I might as well walk then. I know there's some safety issues in either case, but that's what I'm weighing right now. So, all right, guys, thanks for following. Love you all. Kira, Grace, and Landon, guys, be good. I'm going to be home to see you guys soon. I can't wait. I really can't wait. All right, guys, love you. Take care.